Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. There's such a beautiful, uplifting energy in the air right now, and I just felt called to share some of it with all of you. I want to take a moment to tap into this collective energy and offer some insights through a reading. It feels like a wonderful time to connect, so let's dive in together and see what comes through today. I'm going to leave this reading open-ended, as I honestly don't know what exactly will unfold. That's part of the magic of it. We're co-creating this moment, and I trust that the right messages will come through for whoever is meant to hear them. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend this time here with me. Your energy is such a beautiful addition to this space, and by simply tuning in, you are already contributing to the energy of the reading. It doesn't matter when or where you're tuning in from. The energy is timeless, and you are actively co-creating this experience with me. Now, if you want to help me connect with your energy more deeply, I recommend liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and focusing your thoughts on the situation or topic you'd like more clarity on today. These are all ways to transfer energy and help me hone in on the insights you need most. It's all part of the co-creative process. I'm really drawn to work with the Soul's Journey deck today. I like to call this my emotions deck because every card in this deck is centered around an emotional theme. Each card offers not just a word, but also an affirmation that ties into the energy of that emotion. It's always so insightful to see what emotional themes are at play for the collective, so let's see what's showing up today. What is the main theme for the beautiful souls who are listening to this reading? Let's discover what emotions, lessons, or energies are ready to come through today to support your journey. As soon as I tuned in, the term twin flame came through loud and clear. It feels like someone here is navigating the intense and often confusing energy of a twin flame connection. I'm sensing this reading may be especially meaningful for those in a twin flame journey, so I'll likely include twin flame in the title of this video to make it easier for those drawn to this reading to find it. I have a feeling this will be one of those readings that speaks to a very specific group, so if it resonates with you, trust that it's no accident. I also heard the name ruby, or perhaps it's connected to rubies, red stones, or the color red in general. This could be a sign, a symbol, or an energy to pay attention to as we dive deeper. Looking at the cards, we see denial in reverse and indecision upright. The indecision card carries the message, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. And I sense that someone here is struggling to tap into their intuition when it comes to a particular twin flame situation. There's confusion in the air, a feeling of uncertainty, wondering, is this person my twin flame? Or is this something else entirely? It's clear that someone is feeling overwhelmed with not knowing how to move forward. I also heard the name James coming through, or it could also be a reference to the letter J in someone's name. With denial reversed, I feel that there's someone here who isn't fully acknowledging or accepting the depth of this connection. It's almost like they're in denial about what's really unfolding, and that could be why there's this sense of confusion surrounding it. The energy here feels like a person who is resisting seeing things for what they are. Then we have the friendship card, which is interesting because it speaks to the nature of this connection right now. It's possible that someone is treating this bond as just a friendship, not yet ready to recognize the deeper spiritual potential of it. In some cases, one person might have been wanting to take things to a higher level, perhaps even desiring a committed romantic relationship, while the other might be content with keeping it as a close friendship. I'm strongly hearing, I want to be more than friends, and it's clear that someone here is feeling like they're stuck in the friend zone. I know that's a bit blunt, but it's the energy I'm picking up on. There's a desire for something deeper, something more. That being said, it's also possible that at this point in time, this connection is truly at its core a deep, meaningful, soul-level friendship. There may not be a full romantic relationship in the physical 3D world just yet, but that doesn't mean it's not on the way to evolving into something more. Sometimes these connections take time to unfold, and the energy of a strong friendship can be the foundation for something beautiful that blossoms later on. I'm going to reshuffle the cards here, well, most of them, but I'm leaving out the denial reversed and indecision upright because they seem to be representing the two parties involved in this situation. Indecision especially feels like it's tied to your energy, the person watching this right now. I'm not yet sensing a clear distinction between divine feminine or divine masculine energies, but if that comes through, I'll definitely share it. As always, remember that these readings are not about gender, they're about energy dynamics. So, it could relate to your internal divine masculine or divine feminine energy, or it could apply to someone external, a person, or even a situation. I also heard the name Emily coming through. This could be the name itself, or it could refer to the initials E or M for someone. Just keep that in mind as we move forward. Now, let's focus on indecision for a moment. I'm really feeling like this is your energy. In fact, I sense that you may have been drawn to this reading because you've been seeking some clarity. There's a fog around you right now, and it feels like there's confusion swirling within you. Someone or something is making you question your own instincts and intuition. Normally, you are incredibly intuitive. You have a strong natural sense of knowing. But in this situation, it feels like that intuition is clouded, almost as if it's being blocked or blinded in some way. It's a perplexing energy because it's not typical for you to feel so uncertain, so unclear. It's almost like you're unable to read the energy around you, and that's not something you're used to experiencing. As I tune into this energy, I also see someone gripping a steering wheel tightly. Maybe someone is actually doing a lot of driving right now. Or perhaps it's a metaphor. It feels like this person, or you, depending on where you're resonating, is trying to hold on to control of the situation, but it's almost like they're losing their grip. The steering wheel could symbolize an attempt to control the direction of this connection, or even their own emotions, but at the same time, there's a feeling of being out of control. The connection itself may feel like it's slipping through their fingers, like they can't quite steer it the way they want to. This sense of holding on so tightly while simultaneously feeling like things are slipping away is a powerful image. It speaks to the inner tension and struggle around control and surrender. Whether you're the one trying to hold on or someone else is in that space, this energy is really about trying to make sense of things when they feel unpredictable and unclear. The fog of indecision is powerful, but it's also a moment of reflection. It's a time to pause, trust that clarity will come, and allow the universe to guide you when the time is right. Keep holding steady, knowing that the answers will surface when you're able to see them more clearly. I'm going to reshuffle the cards here, well, most of them, but I'm leaving out the denial reversed and indecision upright because they seem to be representing the two parties involved in this situation. Indecision especially feels like it's tied to your energy, the person watching this right now. I'm not yet sensing a clear distinction between divine feminine or divine masculine energies, but if that comes through, I'll definitely share it. As always, remember that these readings are not about gender, they're about energy dynamics. So it could relate to your internal divine masculine or divine feminine energy, or it could apply to someone external, a person, or even a situation. I also heard the name Emily coming through. This could be the name itself, or it could refer to the initials E or M for someone. Just keep that in mind as we move forward. Now, let's focus on indecision for a moment. I'm really feeling like this is your energy. In fact, I sense that you may have been drawn to this reading because you've been seeking some clarity. There's a fog around you right now, and it feels like there's confusion swirling within you. Someone, or something, is making you question your own instincts and intuition. Normally, you are incredibly intuitive. You have a strong, natural sense of knowing. But in this situation, it feels like that intuition is clouded, almost as if it's being blocked or blinded in some way. It's a perplexing energy because it's not typical for you to feel so uncertain, so unclear. It's almost like you're unable to read the energy around you, and that's not something you're used to experiencing. As I tune into this energy, I also see someone gripping a steering wheel tightly. Maybe someone is actually doing a lot of driving right now. Or perhaps it's a metaphor. It feels like this person, or you, depending on where you're resonating, is trying to hold onto control of the situation. But it's almost like they're losing their grip. The steering wheel could symbolize an attempt to control the direction of this connection, or even their own emotions. But at the same time, there's a feeling of being out of control. The connection itself may feel like it's slipping through their fingers, like they can't quite steer it the way they want to. This sense of holding on so tightly, while simultaneously feeling like things are slipping away, is a powerful image. It speaks to the inner tension and struggle around control and surrender. Whether you're the one trying to hold on or someone else is in that space, this energy is really about trying to make sense of things when they feel unpredictable and unclear. The fog of indecision is powerful, but it's also a moment of reflection. It's a time to pause, trust that clarity will come, and allow the universe to guide you when the time is right. Keep holding steady, knowing that the answers will surface when you're able to see them more clearly. Let's dive deeper and uncover some more of the truth surrounding this situation. What does the divine feminine know in her heart? I'm pulling the Caring Connections card upright, and it speaks volumes. This person, your divine masculine, deeply admires and cares for you. Their thoughts are constantly on you, and I'm picking up on a strong, energetic connection. This card is sitting on the crown chakra, and I almost see their mind as a broadcasting tower, sending out waves of energy to you. It's subtle, invisible, but very much present. The trouble is, because they're not directly communicating how they feel in the physical world, you might feel as though you're going a little crazy, picking up on these signals without any clear, tangible confirmation. This is someone who is sending a great deal of energy your way, yet there's a quietness, a lack of verbal acknowledgement. And because of this, you might be feeling confused or uncertain, which likely has prompted you to pull back, guard your energy, and protect yourself. This invisible energy exchange can trigger a response in you to shut down or create distance to safeguard your emotional well-being. And I completely understand why that's happening. Next, we have the Garden and the Gate card in the upright position, alongside the Heart Chakra in the upright position. This combination is significant. It shows that your Heart Chakra is wide open. You're someone who is deeply, emotionally attuned and comfortable expressing your feelings. But the energy here feels like it's not being met in the same way. Your divine masculine, on the other hand, seems to struggle with emotional expression. It's as if their emotional energy doesn't flow as easily, and that leaves you feeling somewhat isolated in your own emotional openness. You are comfortable being vulnerable, but it seems that they are not able to meet you on the same level of emotional expression. Because of this, you may feel like you need to pull back and protect that open heart of yours. You may have had to build walls in the 3D world to shield yourself, and it's heartbreaking because you want to be open, but you also know that your heart is so precious and it needs to be guarded when others aren't reciprocating your vulnerability. The most difficult part is that when you do begin to express yourself emotionally, this person might mirror that energy back to you, sending you all the emotions and feelings you've been putting out. But then they might try to shut down that emotional flow, almost like they can't handle it or are not ready to fully engage. This creates a painful dynamic that may make you want to close off in response, triggering what we sometimes call the dark feminine aspects of your energy. These can be parts of yourself that feel defensive, withdrawn, or even frustrated by the lack of emotional reciprocity. I'm also hearing something about music, which could be significant for one of you or for the connection itself. Music could be a bridge between the two of you, a way to communicate or feel the depth of the connection when words fall short. And speaking of mirroring energy, I just saw the number 1221 come through. This is a powerful sign of mirroring numbers, which further confirms that you and your divine masculine are heavily mirroring each other right now. It's almost as if you're both reflecting back each other's energy, emotions, and struggles, but without clear communication, it creates confusion. Yet, there's this powerful connection that is undeniable. Both of you are going through similar emotional experiences, just from different perspectives. Stay open to the signs, trust your intuition, and allow the flow of energy to guide you through this phase. While things may feel foggy now, remember that clarity often comes through in waves. Keep your heart open, even when it's difficult, and know that the universe is guiding you both in the right direction, even if the path is not entirely clear at this moment. I'm going to take a moment to reshuffle the cards here, because even within this reading, I can feel that very dynamic I've been describing unfolding right before us. It's like I'm tapping into this intense, emotionally charged energy coming from the masculine, but the cards are coming out slowly, as though they're almost hesitant. It's almost as if the energy is there, but there's a block preventing it from fully expressing itself. This mirrors exactly what's happening in your connection. The masculine feels a lot, but is struggling to fully step forward and show you that. As I was thinking about this, a bunch of cards fell out of the deck all at once, and I had to pause for a moment to reorganize. I have to admit, it almost feels like the masculine energy is trying to sabotage this reading, like they're reluctant to have their true feelings come to light. Of course, this isn't a conscious effort on their part. It's more of a reflection of what's happening beneath the surface. This may be someone who, even though they have deep feelings for you, might do things that disrupt the flow of the connection or make things feel unbalanced. It may seem like out of nowhere they pull back or shut down, leaving you feeling confused or unsure. What I'm sensing is that they might even be someone who expresses something deeply emotional to you, almost by accident. It's like a moment where their guard slips and they reveal something vulnerable or intense, but they weren't quite prepared for it. You, being your open-hearted self, respond to that energy and meet them where they are. But then, almost immediately, they pull away or shut down. This leaves you questioning everything, thinking, did I say too much? Was I too emotionally open? But let me assure you, that's not the case at all. What's happening here is that this person is holding on to a lot of fear. They're struggling with their own emotions, and your openness is triggering that deep fear within them. They may not even be fully aware of it, but their heart chakra is blocked, and they just aren't able to meet your energy at the same level of emotional expression. Instead of feeling safe and allowing themselves to open up, they retreat, which can leave you feeling rejected or even second-guessing your own feelings. But here's the truth. You haven't done anything wrong. Your emotional openness is a gift, and it's shining a light on the parts of them that are still in fear and resistance. It's a challenging dynamic, but it's also a powerful opportunity for growth. Their hesitation isn't a reflection of you, it's a reflection of their own inner work. And while this can feel frustrating, especially when you're ready to give from your heart, remember that you're giving them the space they need to process, even if they don't show it in the way you expect. Trust that the emotional energy between you two is very real, and although it might feel like they're pulling away, they are still feeling everything that you're putting out there. The pace might be slow, but change is happening beneath the surface. Keep being true to yourself and your own emotional truth, because in time, that will create the space for both of you to heal and evolve together. This person seems to be feeling a bit lost when it comes to how to move forward in this connection. There's a deep sense of uncertainty and hesitation within them, almost like they don't know what to do to make things progress, and that's creating a lot of internal conflict. They might also feel like they don't have enough to offer you, which I'm picking up on strongly. It's as if they hold you in such high regard that they feel you deserve so much more than they can give. This mindset may even be influencing some of their more unpredictable behaviors, like pulling back suddenly, which we've already seen happening. There's also something about finances or work that's showing up in their energy field. With the Healer of the Ages card and the Solar Plexus Chakra card at the bottom of the deck, it feels like this masculine is working on healing aspects of his confidence, especially around his career or finances. They may feel like they're stuck in a job or career path that doesn't align with their true passions or purpose, and that could be contributing to their hesitation to move forward in the connection. Or they may be working tirelessly just to keep up financially, struggling to make ends meet or build a career. And in doing so, it feels like they don't have the resources, time, energy, or even emotional availability that they want to offer you, especially when they see you in this powerful, radiant, almost goddess-like energy. Despite all of this, there is a glimmer of hope in the form of communication. I'm seeing the communication card come up upright, which indicates that some kind of message or communication is on the way. However, it feels like this communication might come at the last minute, almost like a moment of desperation. I'm sensing that this might be someone who tends to reach out when you're on the verge of giving up, right when you're about to walk away. You may find yourself thinking, "This is a dead end. It's not going anywhere. Maybe it's time to let go." And just as you're about to pull away, bam! Out of nowhere, they'll reach out, whether through a call, a text, or some other form of contact. It's almost like they sense intuitively that you're pulling back, and that triggers them to come forward with communication. It's a frustrating pattern because it leaves you in this constant emotional limbo, not knowing whether you should hold on or walk away. But at the same time, it also reveals that there's a deep emotional investment here on both sides. This person isn't ready to let go either, but they're just caught in a cycle of their own fears and limitations, particularly when it comes to their career and finances. Keep in mind that they may be struggling with self-worth and confidence, and that could be why they're holding back. While this back and forth may be frustrating, it's also a sign that they're still feeling your energy, and they're just in a process of healing and growth. They're working through their own blocks and fears, and this may take time. What you can do is continue to honor your own energy, remain true to yourself, and trust that if this connection is meant to evolve, it will in its own time and way. And when that communication finally comes, you'll know that it's a genuine sign that they're ready to step forward and begin healing with you, rather than pulling away. Keep your heart open, but also protect your energy and know when it's time to step back. So, what else is this person trying to communicate to you? We've drawn the journey card in the reverse position, which gives us a glimpse into the emotional landscape of this masculine. When they are around you, they feel a profound sense of belonging. It's almost like they're returning home after a long time away, like visiting their childhood home or reconnecting with their roots. Even if this is a relatively new connection in the physical world, it doesn't matter. The bond between you feels familiar and comforting, like a homecoming, a place where they instinctively know they can trust. It's this deep, soulful recognition that defies time and space. However, despite this strong feeling of comfort and connection, we also see the Eight of Cups in the upright position, which suggests that there's a sense of disappointment lingering in the air. This person is searching for deeper meaning, perhaps even questioning what's truly holding them back from fully embracing the connection with you. There's an underlying energy of discontent, and I sense that both of you are mirroring this emotion in some way. I'm picking up that, on your side, Divine Feminine, you may be feeling disappointed by this person's lack of action, or perhaps by their tendency to keep things at a surface level, repeating patterns of opening up only to retreat and pull back again. That cyclical behavior is likely frustrating, and it may even cause you to second-guess your place in this dynamic. But here's where the energy gets interesting. This masculine, though outwardly seeming distant or hesitant, is secretly feeling that same disappointment. They're upset with themselves. It's like they know, deep down, that they should be doing more, that they should be stepping up and moving this connection forward, or they risk losing you. They're feeling this inner pressure to make something happen, but instead of acting on it, they retreat in fear. What's even more striking is that these emotions are triggered by you, and it's not because of anything you're directly doing or saying. It's simply your presence. You have such a strong, magnetic energy that it stirs emotions within them, emotions they might not be ready to face. It's as though your very being triggers something deep inside them, a mix of longing, fear, vulnerability, that they're not quite equipped to handle yet. This might explain why they keep pulling back, even though their heart is pulling them toward you. In many ways, this back-and-forth dynamic isn't about you. It's about their own inner struggles and the emotional triggers that your connection brings up for them. There's a recognition of your worth, but there's also an inner conflict around how to meet that energy, how to match the depth of connection you're offering. They know that if they don't act soon, they could lose something incredibly valuable. But their fears are holding them back from taking the next step. What's important for you, Divine Feminine, is to stay grounded in your own energy and to continue nurturing your own growth. Trust that this person is processing their own emotions and fears, and while it might be painful to witness this back-and-forth energy, it's not a reflection of your worth or your ability to manifest a meaningful connection. You have the power to maintain your emotional clarity and not be swept up by the waves of uncertainty that they're struggling with. Keep trusting in your intuition and in the wisdom of your heart. It will guide you through this complex, emotionally charged situation. And here we have the Empress. Yes, Divine Feminine, this is you. Radiating as the Empress, embodying creativity, nurturing energy, beauty, and balance. You are being gently yet firmly guided to remain in your power. In fact, the very disappointment that this masculine might be feeling within himself could become a catalyst for change. This energy has the potential to drive him into deeper introspection. helping him connect more consciously with the truth of this connection. It will encourage him to open his heart chakra in a way that is not only more genuine, but also more sustained and consistent. I almost feel like, when you engage with this person, their heart chakra opens and closes like a fragile door, hesitant to stay open because of fear or past wounds. But the more you stand in your energy, the more this person will be pushed toward transformation. Your balanced, loving presence is like a mirror, reflecting what they need to heal within themselves. I just saw a golden retriever in my mind's eye, perhaps a symbol for someone out there. But as I speak of this masculine's inner transformation, we pull the Ace of Swords, a card of powerful clarity and breakthroughs. This card speaks of a sudden, unexpected shift in communication, a breakthrough moment that cuts through confusion and reveals the truth, like a beam of light piercing through fog. This feels like the beginning of something significant, something that will continue unfolding in future readings. If this resonates with you, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next energy update and reading videos that will further explore this journey. Now, I will close this reading with a final message from the Rumi Oracle deck. The card we've drawn is the Angel Rasbar. I'm going to read a passage from the guidebook. "Tell me the truth," I asked. "Love, what are you?" "I am the everlasting life," love said. "I am the recurring joy of living." Rumi. The guidebook also says, so you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love, and therefore desiring to serve. Therefore, do not doubt yourself, beloved. What a beautiful note to close on. This message reminds you that you are here for a divine purpose, filled with wisdom and love. Don't doubt yourself. Your presence and energy are not only enough, but they are exactly what the world needs right now. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm sending you all so much love and light energy. Have a beautiful day, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next video.